Good morning, seventh graders. I miss you guys so very much. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe and healthy. A couple of quick announcements before I get into the lesson for today. One, you have an extra credit opportunity. If you have time, we would love for you to make a video saying thank you for our custodial staff and nutrition services personnel for sanitizing our schools and keeping people fed during this wild, crazy stay-at-home time. You can send it to me to get your extra credit, and then you can also send it to Deborah Park so that the district can get those and put them all together. The other announcement that I have for you is that I have new office hours from 12 to 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The reason I've changed it is because I haven't had a whole lot of students showing up consistently. And so I've decided that if you need me and it's not Tuesday or Thursday, you can contact me on email or you can send me a message on Google Classroom. Now let's get talking about our assessment or our assignment for the rest of this week and the rest of this unit. This is your final test essentially for the What It Takes to Be Great unit. The work that you have done already has been wonderful and I'm very, very proud of you guys. This assignment is a bit more challenging in the sense that you are going to have to write and give a speech. You are going to take Colvin's concept of deliberate practice and apply it to a specific activity. Now, it would probably be best if that specific activity is something that you are interested in and enjoy doing. That's so funny. Like I know some of you are on speech and debate, so if that's what your speech is going to be about how to get better at speech and debate through deliberate practice, that's awesome. Some of you are soccer players, and so if that's who your audience is going to be, that's great. But find a specific task or activity that you like and have that be the focal point of your speech. So we're going to go through this graphic organizer. It's a concept map. And what a concept map does is it helps you break down your ideas about a topic and focus your ideas on a topic. And so our concept is deliberate practice. The definition of deliberate practice is activities designed specifically to improve one's current level of performance. It's a highly structured activity, the goal of which is to get better at doing the activity. Okay, I might have to just go somewhere else. Okay. So another way to look at deliberate practice is that more deliberate practice equals better performance. The best people in any field are those who devote the most hours to what the researchers call deliberate practice. Okay, I'm back. So the essential characteristics of deliberate practice are as follows. It's a particular attitude. It's not just getting something done to get it done, but doing it to get better at it. It involves objectives or goals beyond your current ability, high levels of repetition, and careful observation of the results of deliberate practice and feedback so adjustments can be made. So here are some examples of deliberate practice. An actor practices her surprised facial expression. Video records her practice, then watches the video and makes adjustment in her continued practice to improve her surprised facial expression. So the goal is very focused. The practice is very, very deliberate, very intentional. A non-example on the other side would be an actor in a play focusing on learning and delivering his lines. It is not deliberate. It is just simply practice. Another example of deliberate practice would be a singer taking a singing lesson, focusing on improving his singing during the lesson. A non-example would be taking a singing lesson just for fun and relaxation. Another example of deliberate practice would be every month or every day for a month, the tennis player hits 500 backhands in a row, 80% of which she aims to hit on the other side of the net and in play within 1 foot of the right side line. The player continues the practice every other month with her goal increasing by 5%. That is very deliberate, very, very deliberate practice. 2 more non-examples of deliberate practice: writing an essay just to get it done, or skateboarding just for the fun of it. So what I'd like you to do is create an example of deliberate practice on how to improve writing skills and how to improve one skateboarding skill. Then lastly, we're going to develop a sentence about deliberate practice and what it is. Here you go. Deliberate practice is not just practice. It is a specific and demanding kind of practice which focuses on getting better at doing a particular activity. Okay? Now yours is going to be empty. Your thinking map here is going to be empty from examples, non-examples, down to sentence. So what you need to do, again, I want you to come up with 2 examples of deliberate practice, one about writing, one about skateboarding, and then maybe one about your own topic. And then I want you to come up with 1 more non-example of deliberate practice. Then you need to come up with your own sentence. You can pull parts from mine here, but feel free to kind of go out on your own. For the second part of your brainstorming, you are going to select a topic. And you want to be very, very specific in your speech. Are you giving a speech to someone who wants to improve in music, in dance, in art, in sports, in science, in business, in academics, skateboarding, sewing, acting, dancing, playing soccer, writing children's books? The topic is whatever you want it to be. You will want it to be something that you're actually interested in yourself and something that you enjoy doing yourself. That'll make it a lot easier to write this speech. So to select your topic, you need to decide who you're going to help improve his or her performance with your advice. Is it going to be a dancer, an actor, whatever? What is his or her field? And like I said, make sure that you know something about the field, something about the topic you're giving a speech on, and are interested in thinking about more about what it takes to be great in that field. Now, let's talk about structure of your speech. Your speech, you're going to have the traditional parts of an essay: your intro, your body, and your conclusion. And it will have a visual piece as well. This graphic organizer below is going to help you break down, organize, and develop your speech. You're going to take notes in here on what you might say or do for the specific parts of your speech. So this first blank spot, that's where you're going to be putting the name of the person that you're giving your speech to. So what does it take to be great? Advice to an aspiring. I might put teacher. I might put mother. I might put singer, actor, whatever your focus is, that's what you will put there. For your introduction, same thing we always do in an essay. You're going to have a hook, a summary, and a thesis. You're not going to have a bridge. Your hook and your summary should be able to kind of mush together just fine, okay? Then your body, you're going to clearly state each of the major tips for improving their performance. Go back to the article in your notes to make a list of as many tips as you can find. For each tip, make sure you relate it to your specific activity by providing a specific example. All right. So you're going to continue into the conclusion. Basically, flip your thesis or flip your intro paragraph on its head, and make sure you restate the purpose, your thesis, and then end with a strong note. End with a hook, maybe a funny video clip, a thought, a quote, something to motivate your audience to take your advice. As for the visual, it can be really anything. It's going to illustrate what can result from following your tips. Okay? Once you fill out that graphic organizer, you're going to be writing your speech. All right, so yeah, you're going to compose the draft of your speech here. Remember, it's short. It's a minute or 2 minutes, nothing big, It's very, very brief. Once you finish typing your speech, read through it out loud to yourself, know it like the back of your hands. It is a speech, so I don't want you, reading off of the cards in front of the screen. I want you to know your speech, know what you're saying, know who you're talking to. And practice in front of the mirror before you record your speech. All right? I will be available to you today and tomorrow. I wish you the best of luck, and let me know if you have any questions.